about to be July, and I find myself still updating the top 10s. They are pumping out content still way more than they normally do at this time of the year, and we obviously have people still enjoying the top 10, so I'm going to update them. I feel like a lot of more people are playing the game right now than ever at this time of the year, so if you guys are still enjoying them, man, make sure to let me know, because I still love making the top 10s even this late. But other than that, man, the running back list has became loaded. We have now gotten, I think, 5 new cards on this list since the last time I did it, which was 14 days ago, which is insane to think about. But if you guys enjoy top 10s, make sure that like, hit that subscribe, and let's just jump right into number 10 here. Number 10, this is a card that has fell down the list so far for me. I think this last couple cards that have came out on defense have made William Perry a little bit worse. I feel like every card on defense, or at least a lot of the higher tier players that can afford most cards on defense, are putting Tackle Supreme or Secure Tackler on everybody. It is literally on everybody. So I think X Factors are still very good, because you'll run into a couple defensive cards that don't have it. But for William Perry, his only factor was that he had built-in Freight Train, right? Obviously, as a card, he can't juke. He's really heavy. He can't turn too crazy, so you're really trying to fall forward and break a lot of tackles. Now being 97 speed and everybody having secure, he really doesn't do too much in the game. And I feel like some people might even argue he shouldn't be on this list at all, but I feel like I had to include him because there are just, I would say it's a little bit weaker on the outside. But I love his abilities and everything, but evasive doesn't matter when you can't really juke. I would say it helps a little bit, but not as much as a guy with the fast juke, right? But I do love having Energizer as well. Tank's really, really cool, but William Perry, it's tough, man. Secure tacklers on literally every card on defense right now. At number 9, we got Eric Dickerson, boys. And Eric Dickerson, I still feel like, even without the X Factor, which he basically is not an X Factor running back anymore, and let me explain here in a second, I still think he's amazing. He has, I think, the best running back build in the game. They gave him literally his own, like, signature build, and he obviously 6'3", 220. He's a great pass-catching running back. He's tall to get high balls on wheel routes, especially against the man-metal wheel routes are very, very good from the running back. But you can see he has built-in human joystick, and then when you put the token in, you get another discounted bucket, which could be jukebox. Well, you'd probably want to run tank here for a 1 AP. Although you're spending 1 AP, it's worth it. You get your jukebox for 0, and then obviously your energizer for 0 as well. His stack for 4 good abilities, all 4 are probably the best running back abilities for 1 AP, is really, really nice. And like I said, best build in game. The only negative is that he doesn't really have an X Factor, because all of them are really charge up ones, and none of them are built in, and everybody in the world really feels like they have Aiden Hutchinson right now. He just, I feel like, destroys Eric Dickerson. But at the end of the day, that's for most running backs in the game, and I still feel like he has value from build abilities alone. He's got to be on the list somewhere. At number 8, we got Jamal Charles, and Jamal Charles, I feel like you could argue, like, you could definitely argue him a little bit higher on this list. Obviously, this list is loaded, dude. I'm talking, I think from here on up, 8 and up feel like they are definitely elite in the game. He's 99 in all the major physical stats right there, 96 carry, great receiving back too. I believe he has 90 plus, yeah, 95 short running, which I believe is the highest in the game. I will say, as a built-in X Factor, first one free kind of is garbage. You got to think about it, boys. Tackle Supreme makes it so you can't do the fake out, the juke, whatever. Everybody has Tackle Supreme, like I mentioned. So it's first one free is like kind of dead. You're not going to juke out Tackle Supreme, which is really, really annoying, I guess you could say. So you don't really get too much value out of that against most cards. But he still gets like infinite 0 AP buckets. You can see. Just look at this. Look at. What is that, 4 0 APs plus an X Factor on top? He does have charge ups, but like I said, for most games you're playing Aiden Hutchinson, so it's probably not even worth running it. But Jamal is an insane card. I definitely can see you argue him a little bit higher, with especially the X Factors being a little bit worse because the Tackle Supremes. You can definitely argue him higher because of the 0 APs, but I think this is a good spot for him for me. And at number 7, we have a card that I feel like is a better version. Like, I really do feel like he is a better version of William Perry. He obviously is another running back that cannot juke. He is 1 pound too heavy. If you guys do not know, the threshold for the weight for the fast juke is 246 pounds. He is 247. If he was 246, I think he'd be arguably one of the best running backs in the game, if not the best, because of the weight. He'd fall forward a lot too while being able to juke. But 99 speed, 99 excel is still really nice. He has insane carrying. The catching is good too. I think they boosted his short running. It's up to 88, which is really, really good for a running back. It's not Jamal Charles' is 95, but we'll take it. But you can see he has good abilities, man. You can run evasive for 1 AP, and then on top of that, you can go ahead and get your Freight Train, which I would say I'd probably still run, because you'll run into people without X Factors. It's rare, but you will. And then Route Tech right here as well. I think it's really nice to have Freight Train. Like I said, it's built in. You can't turn it off with Aiden Hutchinson, but it's not as valuable as it once was. And I don't think I can rank him much higher than this because of the no juke, and also, like I said, the tackles really do counter a lot of that. But AJ Dillon's still a great card nonetheless, man. This is probably the best big running back, I guess you could say. Big's probably the best and nicest word I could use there. At number 6, we have another Jamal Charles-like card right here. I like Arian Foster's build a little bit more. I think 6'1" and above is amazing when it comes to pass catching. Arian Foster, I also had some of the most fun gameplay I ever had with the card. I love this card for the time being, and you can also get him for free through the season pass using your 15 tokens. So this is gonna be a guy you could sell, you know, a guy higher on the list, right? And then save those coins for Rookie Ramirez and use Arian Foster. He could be your running back for the rest of the year. He's really, really good. He has 99 most stats, a great build, like I said, 90 short running threshold hit right there too. And then as you guys know with these cards, he's Jamal Charles, but with more buckets, right? 0 AP, 0 AP, 0 AP. And then look, more. All of them are 0 APs. Every single bucket is 0 AP. It's insane. And like I said, I think Jamal Charles is really nice because he has first one free, but Tackle Supreme really counters that, so I can't throw too much value in there. But you can get a free reach for it. I mean, you could literally do everything on this card. Arian Foster is a dog. The only negative about him is that he has 98 speed, but you won't even really notice it, really. Number 5, we have a fullback here, but I'm going to include him as a running back because I feel like that's how most people would use him, unless you're Team Vanguard out there. But Franco Harris, I think the most expensive card in the game, if I'm not mistaken, sitting around 3.4, which is a little ridiculous. I'm not valuing him any lower or higher because of his price. I just wanted to mention it there. But the reason why I think he has one of the best ability stacks in the game, but the reason why I can't throw him any higher is because he has 96 speed, and you have to go out your way to boost that, which is very easy. I think boosting speed, even if you are, well, if you have Franco Harris, you're not nobody sweat. It's very easy to boost if you don't have the top tier coins in the game. So I think, you know, I can't rank him as low as I would earlier in the year, but 6'2", 230 is arguably the best build in the game for a running back right here. And then when you come to abilities, Vanguard and Tip Drill don't really benefit him as a running back at all. Like, neither of these do. But I will say his other abilities are insane. He has built-in Freight Train for 1 AP. And then on top of that, you can go ahead and get Tank and also Jukebox. Or you can go with Truz. If you guys do not know what Truz is, it's basically you can't get hit sticked. I think it also basically works as Tank. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think it might be arguable to be. I don't know. What do you guys think is better to run there, Tank or Truz? But at the end of the day, I still think he has the best build in the game, him or Dickerson. And while also having, like, really good abilities, you just got to get that speed up. Which, like I said, if you're locking in this many coins for a card, you probably should be doing already, right? And at number 4, we got the brand new Thurman Thomas. And this card is a little weird, I will say. He is obviously amazing statistically. 98 speed. And then look at his receiving back, boys. Look at him as a receiving back. 94 catching. And then we come down to the route running as well. 96. So I was wrong on Jamal Charles. Thurman Thomas has the highest short running, which 95 and 96 isn't a difference, but it's cool to, you know, it's cool to mention, I guess you could say. But he is amazing statistically, about as good as it could possibly get. He has Truz built in, so meaning he really cannot fumble unless you strip him. Truz can still get stripped, but when you stack Truz with 97 carrying, Thurman Thomas should realistically never put the ball on the ground. And then when you come to abilities, boys, he has Yak 'em up as well, which I will say is a little weird, but it could still be very good. Like I said, a lot of people do have Tackle Supreme and Secure Tackler, so it's not very as valuable as it once was, like maybe a month ago or 2 weeks ago. But it's still nice to have on top of that. And then he gets amazing 2-0 APs, right? Tank and also evasive. I mean, he's insane. Like I said, you might not need Tank if you have Truz, but you could probably go with these two. I think this card's amazing. Crazy combos you could do on him. I don't know, man. He's a weird card. Definitely a weird stack you could throw on him. Number 3, we have Shaun Alexander, and I have no clue why, but he is not in the catalog still. Yes, he's been out for, what, 2 weeks? I think I did his gameplay 2 weeks ago. Still not in the catalog. I don't know, but it's all right, I guess. But Shaun Alexander, an amazing card. I had so much fun doing his gameplay. There's a very similar thing here with him and Franco Harris, right? 97 speed. I don't know what their thing is with making running backs slower, especially this time of the year. I get he's a power back, but it's like literally about to be like July, and they're releasing cards that are a little slower. Like, it's very easy to get him up to 99 speed. It's super, super easy, especially if you're locking in, what, 1.4 million coins worth of him. But when we come to abilities, he is disgusting, right? He has a built-in first one free, just like Jamal Charles, which, you know, is okay. But when we come down to his stacks, he also has Truz, also gets Angry Run. So you're getting 2 X Factors, 2 of arguably the best, and then you still get your evasive. This was one of the most fun gameplays I've ever recorded, and I think he's arguably the best running back in the game if you could power him up, because he fell forward like crazy. He got really insane animations. If you want to go back and watch that gameplay, I am not lying. I actually really did enjoy this card. But for 1.4 mil, trying to save coins and also having to boost the speed, it's kind of hard to value him too much higher than this, you know? And at number 2, and I get it, I think a lot of people are going to argue Walter Payton to be number 1, and I know why they will. But I think that the guy at number 1 is... It's very hard. I think it's a 1A, 1B. I don't think he's like really that much better. I think it's very similar depending on what you're looking for. The only negative with Walter Payton, though, is that he has 98 speed. That is literally his only negative because he gets the best, probably one of the best built-in X factors right here, or abilities. You won't be able to take the hit sticks with the Avalanche meta and whatnot. I think Avalanche is a little bit dying right now because everybody feels like they have tank, but having it on your running back is super, super nice. And when we come to abilities, Route Tech for 1 AP is really nice to have, especially, like I said, in the man meta right now that we're playing. But Angry Runs as well. And then on top of that, you can throw your evasive. He gets arguably the best stack in the game. That is what golden ticket stack should look like. 3 amazing abilities built in, or I guess 3 abilities and then a built-in tank, which is really, really good. I think Walter Payton's very, very tough. And like I said, very arguable to be the best running back in the game at number 1. I think you could definitely argue it. I almost feel like I have to go Marshawn Lynch at number 1. I know the only thing with him that is kind of an L is that he has 72 catching, but I feel like most people I know and most people that show me their teams and whatnot, everybody's using like gift wrapped, it still looks like. And it's also so late in the year, you have so much AP, it's like might as well use gift wrapped, especially if you're using Marshawn Lynch. 72 catching is basically 99 with gift wrapped. But getting his only negative out the way, he is insane. 99 shore out running as well. It's hard to like, you know, they boosted that with obviously his golden ticket stats, but it's hard to like, I keep forgetting to mention that when I was talking about Jamal Charles and those guys earlier saying they had the highs. I always forget when I do these lists, but his X factors and abilities are amazing. Tank for 1 AP, that's the only AP you're gonna be spending because you're gonna get Freight Train and also Truz or Evasive. I think I would do Evasive, but if you want to even spend more, you could use that Truz and then go with like, I don't know, you can probably like use your jukebox over here, which is a little annoying because you got to spend a 2 AP, but if you want to make a god running back with all the AP you're saving, I think Marshawn Lynch is definitely worth it. This card's very good. It's hard to, I think the only thing you can really argue with him over our guy Walter Payton is that Walter Payton gets angry runs, which works after the catch, but tackle supreme spectacular. I think I just go with the better pure running back all around. You know what I mean? Boys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to comment down below which running back are you rocking right now in the game and which one are you going to be rocking all the way to the end of the MUT. We have Madden 25 in, I think, less than 2 months now. College football will be on my other channel. We'll be doing very similar videos over there as well. So make sure to hit that like, hit the subscribe, and man, we're counting down the days, boys. I'll see ya. Peace.